What is up, guys? Boris here, and today I'm coming to you guys with a free-to-play tutorial for the 40 stamina Heracles raid boss. And I just uploaded a Blackbeard versus Heracles video, which involved me using the Ace ship to get over 100k health. And people were saying, hey, why don't you, talk about, how to beat this on global? Well, you can. It's just use the Marine ship instead of the Ace ship. I don't have the Marine ship maxed, but the Marine ship I believe will actually give you more HP than the Ace ship will, and you can use better red units. So if you're on global and you have Blackbeard maxed, which I know a lot of you guys did, considering he just came out on global and a lot of you guys ran him, then yeah, that's definitely a viable strategy. If you have the Marine ship max, you can do this. That's the same strategy I did in the previous video. But a lot of people were asking, hey, can you do a free-to-play video for Heracles? And normally I don't really like to do those, but for raid bosses specifically. But I figured I'd try to make one for this team. Yeah, here we go. This is actually a pretty cool team. Considering the fact that the Halloween Zoro already came out on global, which wasn't around the first time Heracles came to Japan, then that makes this team a viable option. However, I do recommend that you get your characters as high as possible and that your Mihawk is max skill level. Now, although it's a free-to-play guide, I do consider the possibility that most of you, or a lot of you, will have Mihawk skill maxed, considering he's come around global like 5 or 6 times, maybe a little bit less than that, I'm not exactly sure, and a lot of people have it already maxed who are free-to-play players, so this is going to be a guide for you guys. Who probably also got Helmeppo and Mr. 3 and just Halloween Zoro. I mean, those are just Fortnite units, and of course you got Golden Pound Usopp. And here in this dungeon, you want to stall, man. You want to make sure you get Mihawk special ready for the boss, and it's going to be a pretty close race. You do want, like I said, make sure that you have your levels as high as possible, because as you'll see in this video, it comes down to the wire. It comes down to the wire, and but hopefully, if you have them maxed, you should be fine. I believe my Halloween Zoro is max, and my Mr. 3 and my Helmeppo are in the 50-60 range, so they can still, increase, especially Helmeppo. I think Helmeppo goes up to level 99, if I remember correctly. So just stall, and then in this room, I leave the crab alive for one turn. I'm using the Mihawk boat because that will allow me to tank a lot more hits, but if you don't have it, then you might want to find ways to be more conservative with your health. But hopefully you guys are able to use the Mihawk boat here to give you that 1.5 health boost. And yeah, so we're on to the boss here. So boss time. Let's see here. Heracles, he's pretty tough, like I said in the previous video, because he will berserk all his units after one turn. But the trick to Heracles is that normally when let's say I use Golden Pound Usopp, I can't use Mr. 3 the next turn because you can't delay an enemy twice before they attack. But that doesn't apply to characters that are enraged. When a character becomes enraged, you can turn delay them again. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start off with Halloween Zoro. I'm actually going to deal a lot of damage to the back row minions and delay everyone for one turn. And it's important not to target anyone in this room, because if you target it, then it'll mess up the targeting. So just go with the original targeting to make sure you hit all the guys in the back. And now you just have Heracles. So Heracles, you'll see here, he'll enrage. And now you want to use Golden Pound Usopp. So with Golden Pound Usopp, you will get 4 turns total of attacks here. And you will probably eventually need Mr. 3 as well, because, spoiler alert, he will enrage again later on. So you want to get him down to his enrage mode by the 4th turn, and then you go ahead and use Mr. 3 and keep attacking him. And as you can see in this run, my orbs are pretty mediocre. So as long as you don't, as long as you get average orbs, and like I said, your levels are high enough, you should be fine in my opinion. Again, and also make sure you attack order. Like, this is one of those where you really have to focus. You really have to make sure you attack in the right order and maximize the amount of damage you do. Otherwise, you won't be able to take him out. Because again, he's pretty tough. He also heals back like 50,000, which isn't a lot, but it is a good amount when you're dealing barely anything every turn. So there he goes. He enrages right there, and you go ahead and use Mr. 3. Mr. 3 again. It is nice that it is both a turn delayer and an int unit for this dungeon, and I do wish that my that it was higher level, but nothing I could do about it. Didn't have any spare or anything to level him up, so I just went with this and I ended up beating it. So good team right here, and also makes use of a global unit of Halloween Zoro that we didn't have back in the day in Japan. So hopefully you guys got yours, and yeah, hopefully you'll take advantage of him here. So that's been a free-to-play Heracles 40 stamina. Hopefully, it helps if it is indeed the next raid boss on global. And yeah, more videos on the way, guys. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, peace.